Welcome to Soul Rising. We're your hosts, Amy and Erin. We're two everyday mediums who are passionate about taking the woo-woo out of spirituality and bringing it down to earth. So put the kettle on, grab a chair, and join us. Hey everyone, Amy here. Welcome to episode 32 of the Soul Rising podcast. We are so happy to have you back this week. We hope that you enjoyed last week, part one of our listener, Nikki's on-air reading. A lot of wonderful things came through last week in the reading. And this week's episode will be more of the same. So a nice conclusion in this one, Nikki, we continue with bringing forward whatever it is that wants to come through from spirit, as well as give Nikki an opportunity to ask some specific questions. But for the most part, this reading has been, just very spontaneous in the sense of just allowing whomever is around to come through and say whatever it is that they'd like. I also love the natural kind of conclusion to many pieces in this second part. So some things that came up in the first episode that might not have fully resonated in the moment come back around in this second parter to the reading and provide a little bit more clarity. So enjoy. We'll see you again next week for another episode. Have a wonderful week and enjoy this second part of the reading. I feel like this is future because I know the kids are still a little bit younger and they feel as if it's when they get a little bit older, like potentially like 8-10 years from now. I feel really positive that there will be a way for you to start marketing and selling your food. Have you ever dreamed of like opening up like a food truck or like a little place in which you could?
No, because it's so stressful to do it. Like I am so aware of the stress that comes with it that it's like, I would love to do it if I could do it with no stress.
That's why. What would that be? What would no stress look like for you? I feel like this is a question to ponder because I feel like there is a real like soul desire somewhere to do the cooking because you put so much love into cooking, into food. And so I feel like she's saying the world needs more of that.
Right.
How can we figure that out? Like, how could it be less stressful for you? That's why I find it interesting with the marketing word, because that's not so much being on the front line. You know what I mean? Food for thought. I'm going to hand you back to Erin and then I'll see what else comes in.
Okay. Nikki, just on the topic of your, I'm going to say your business, because it almost feels like it really could. It is your business, or it could be. Do you bake? Like, are you a baker?
I can bake.
You can bake. Did you bake recently like a bread or like a pumpernickel bread or like banana? Like I feel like I'm tasting like a sweet bread. So I don't even know if you were like thinking about it or somebody was like,
I just baked something the other day. Yeah, that's sweet.
Like sweet. Okay.
It's sweet. Yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Like, I don't know if it's like cakey because I feel like I'm like I'm tasting like sweet bread almost, like the cakey bit. Okay. It's like a honey cake. Did you make a honey cake?
No.
Okay, that's okay. Okay. Is there like a drizzle on it? Is it soaked in something?
It's like more like eggy and fruit.
Eggy and fruit. Okay. That's okay. Okay. Okay, hang on. And did something smoke in the kitchen?
No.
No.
I mean, I feel like it always does. There's something.
Okay.
But not
I just was kind of smelling like a bit smoky. Okay. I mean, I know, with baking, like it obviously maybe it could happen. Okay, because I just was smelling like a little bit of like smoke in the air, but like not like, oh, there's a fire smoke. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I feel like I have quite a bit. I feel like I want to just briefly go back to mom for a second. Does your mom have glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does she have shorter hair now?
Mm-hmm.
Was it longer before?
Like a long
shoulder?
time ago.
A long time ago. Like
Right. Now
when she was with dad, like when they were together.
yes, when they first met. Yeah.
Okay,
Really
because
long.
and was it kind of like swoopy and like kind of okay, like really funky, like I'm getting like really good 80s, okay, almost
probably,
vibes. Okay.
Sarah Fawcett.
Yes, like swoopy like that.
Yeah.
Swoopy, is that a word?
Yeah.
Okay, and because your dad is like basically saying that your mom was like smoking almost, okay, or like very good looking.
So funny.
Okay. And I feel like your dad's being very flirty in the way that he comes across, okay, with your mom. It almost feels like it's like, oh, if I could go back, in time, okay. Okay. There was something that I wrote down. I don't know if this was a question that your mom had or something that you had, and this is going to sound a bit vague, but maybe it'll make sense to her. I feel like I'm hearing somebody saying, "Did you know I blank?" Okay, I don't really know. I feel like this is from not from dad. Okay, this is from like maybe mom. Okay, did you know this? Did you know that I did this or whatever it was? I'm not sure what it is. Okay. I don't feel like I'm necessarily maybe meant to know. It doesn't feel like it's a bad thing. Okay. I don't know if this is like, did you know that I really, I don't know, had these feelings or something like this. Okay. And dad is like, yes. Okay. There's also, and I know you just talked about this too, but I will say like I kept getting like apology after apology from your dad. Okay. And I always feel like too, when we pass, we're, sometimes when we're living, right, our minds are kind of like narrow like this. We have tunnel vision, right? But it's like when I'm dad and I pass, I see everything very, very clearly. Okay. And there's also something he was talking when Amy was talking about his passing. I don't know if this was like a work related accident. Okay. But it almost felt like something was missed or he missed something and it caused some accident. Okay. Because there also feels like there's an apology about that. I don't know what was missed, but it just feels like I missed something went unchecked or something like this.
No, it wasn't at work. It was a car. It was a car accident. He was driving and his light was green, but he wasn't paying attention.
He wasn't paying attention, so he missed.
And a transport truck ran a red light and hit him. But I think like Amy has said this in the past where he was like, I just wasn't paying attention because I didn't think it was going to happen.
I missed it. Okay.
Because why would he, like, the light's green? I can go. Why would this vehicle run the red light? Yes. I missed it like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
He's brought that up before.
Okay. Because there is that apology coming through as well. Did you name? Do you have a son?
Yes.
Did you name your son after him, or does he have your dad's middle name?
Yes. He has my son's middle name is my dad's middle name.
Is your dad's name? Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
My dad's middle name.
Your dad's middle name.
They both have the same middle name. Yeah.
Does it start with the letter J by any chance? Yes. It does. Okay. Because I kept hearing, I don't know if this is the name. Sometimes they just give me names to get me to that first letter. I don't know why they don't just give me the name, but I think names are tough to get. Yes. But I kept hearing like Jim, Jimmy, or
James.
James. Okay.
My brother's name is Jim. James.
Okay.
My brother's name is James. We call him Jim. But Ruben has the middle name James. But then so does my brother's son's middle name is James. Okay. And my sister's, one of her sons' middle name is James.
Okay. So
but
the
James
Jimmy does kind of make sense with your
Jim is my brother's name. Yeah.
Okay. And would this be dad's son as well? Okay. Yeah. So again, that's also just that's confirmation coming in. That's the evidential part, but also hi to your
Jim,
brother.
Let him know.
Yeah. Does your brother have a beard?
Kinda, yep.
Is it something new?
It comes and goes.
I don't know if it's grown in a little bit more. Your dad's kind of like, there's something new with your face.
It's there and then it's not, and then it comes back and we're like, yeah, all of us.
Is he trying to hide his grays?
Hmm.
Okay, I don't know. I'm so
really
sorry
short.
to your brother. This
no,
is
but
fun.
he cuts his hair short, so
Okay.
If it is gray, you can't tell.
You can't tell. Okay. I think Dad is just being almost how he would be here, kind of like.
Oh, we're probably making fun of him because that,
Yeah.
like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have a daughter? Does your brother have a daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. This also feels like it's high. Okay.
Okay.
I see. It also I feel like Nikki, you talk to Dad quite often. Okay. And he says he gives you advice. Sometimes it misses us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But he's reaching out. I feel like he's giving me kind of playful spirit energy. So it feels like he comes in the way of, sometimes it's like I put my keys here and all of a sudden, like, this is just an example, I feel like, of maybe how he would come, of like, oh, I put my keys there, but they're not there anymore. Why are they in the bedroom? Like, I didn't think I put them there. That sort of feels like that energy.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That surprised me. Yeah.
Did you get a new painting, or did somebody paint something recently?
At Christmas time?
Yeah. Okay. Is it significant with Dad, this painting? Yeah. Okay. He's referencing a painting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Your dad's also the other side that I felt like I was getting with Dad, and I don't know if maybe you could resonate with this, or Mom, but I do feel very kind of philosophical. Like, I kind of like to talk about, love, life, and the universe a little bit. Okay. There's like a deeper, like, universe, like he has like a curious mind. Okay. It feels like, okay. Okay. And I also was getting the name Roger or a Robert. Does that name, would this be like a friend
yes.
of?
What's Robert?
His friend was Robert?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because Roger is also kind of, is it short for Robert sometimes? I don't know.
I don't know, but Robert.
Robert makes sense. Okay, that's okay. Okay. Because I was getting the name Robert.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you feel them building momentum? Do you feel this energy?
Amy, are you connecting to like the Robert? Do you know where that's coming from? Okay.
No.
But yeah, your eyes kind of sparkled, and I was like, oh, is Amy feeling it? You know what's going on?
I'm just feeling this rush of energy. Like, it's like,
yeah,
things are building in momentum, and I feel a lot of excitement from him.
Yeah, because he's like, you can hear me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially with the gym. I feel like when you said the gym, he was like, like, he got it.
He got it. Yeah.
He got really excited.
And then I just kept hearing, like, I get so many different names, but I also was hearing a name that possibly started with the letter F. Okay. And then I felt like I was getting like a Paul name as well. Okay. So I'm just going to give you those names. Was Dad's name Paul? Because I kept asking him for his names. I don't know if it's like,
I don't know how much to say because I want, like, I
okay.
don't want to say
okay.
it. But
It's
like,
okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
You're warm.
I'm warm. Okay.
Yeah,
all
yes.
right.
Okay. I can say that good. I was
Okay,
like,
good.
how much can I say?
Okay. And I also want to go back to his friend that came with him.
Please.
Okay.
Please do.
Was he slender? Like, he feels like kind of very like almost opposite of Dad a little bit.
I don't know about that. He was shorter.
He was shorter. Okay.
I don't know about more slender. I don't
Was he opposite in the way of like personality a little bit too? But what I heard was opposite but similar in so many ways. Okay.
That makes sense.
And I don't know if he just was gorgeous or just had beautiful eyes. Okay. Because it's showing me like really beautiful brown eyes. Okay. Or just like beautiful. It feels like he was a beautiful human being.
Maybe he thought he was.
Maybe he thought he was just really beautiful. Okay.
Maybe. I know. I don't really know. I'm questioning who I think it is.
Okay, hang on here. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. Would he have two friends in spirit?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
at this point, maybe.
Yeah. Like I know for sure of one I can think of, but there has
Okay.
to be.
Is there a reference to planes with one of them?
I have to think.
I don't know what to do with that.
I mean, it does make sense because my dad was obsessed with airplanes.
With airplanes.
Like,
okay, so it's more your dad. Okay.
Like, yes. Like
Okay.
air show obsession.
Air shows. Because I feel like I'm seeing like fighter planes, jets, different like, okay. This is like feels like he would have loved Top Gun. Okay.
Yes.
Like
and MASH.
Yeah, okay. Because it felt kind of like war planes as well. Okay, so I don't know if you had like an interest in like the history of war,
Yes.
war history.
It's so random. Like thinking of all the things he could possibly bring up, airplanes wasn't on my radar, but it makes so much sense.
It makes sense.
Like so I am like, well, how come I didn't think of that?
Do you what does one of your kids have? Do you have a like a little mini trampoline?
We did.
You did? Okay.
Oh, now, but we did when they were little.
Someone's jumping, and I'm seeing it's a trampoline, but it's the little ones. Okay.
Yes, we had one.
Okay.
For a really long time. We just got rid of it because I was like, they're too big for this. But
you just okay. Yeah. Dad's referencing this trampoline, okay, with your kids. Okay. All of these things, I really just feel like he's just making me feel like, hey, I'm here and I'm also just with you throughout your life, okay? He's getting emotional because I feel like I want to talk about your sweet 16 almost, okay? I don't know if that was, if you can remember, if that was just a time where, I mean, when didn't you? But it just feels like I really I wanted you to be here, Dad, okay? And you weren't here. That's what it feels like. And he's like, I'm getting goosebumps, but he's like, I'm so sorry I wasn't there, but I was there in spirit. I don't know if this is related. Do corduroys make sense? Did your dad always wear corduroys? Corduroy pants.
He probably
might have. He might have.
Sure.
I know. Okay. Just a sec. I'm also getting this impression from Dad that you are also very curious like him, because he's just showing me like books. I don't know if for you it's just like the more I learn, the more I grow. Like knowledge is power. I love learning about new things. Okay, or if he's literally just saying you love to read, which maybe both are true. Okay, because he's showing me books. Now I'm hearing sweet sauce. I don't know if you made a sweet sauce.
I did not for him. I know. But
okay. Your dad also, like when he talks about you and making food, I feel like I'm seeing him eating all of the food.
Would have loved to. Yeah.
He would have. He was like everything. A little bit of this, a little bit of this, and I can see you, adult you, being like, Dad, stop. That's not. Don't do that, or you ruined this, whatever it was, the icing, I don't know, but I could just see him like taking things and trying things a little bit. Do you know a Julie or a Jewel?
I have an Aunt Julie.
You have an Aunt Julie, okay. Is Aunt on Mom's side?
Yes.
Okay, and she would have known Dad then.
Yes.
Okay, so I just feel like this is a hello to her.
Of all the people.
Okay.
Dad, why?
Sometimes I think they just get like excited and just like
it's like all of these things.
Anything you'll take, just I'm gonna give you.
No, like I love my Aunt Julie too. It's so interesting that because my mom has more like several sisters, right?
Okay.
I'll pick
out of all the sisters.
Yeah.
Did Dad have a brother as well?
No.
I wonder if he's just talking about his friends then.
That were like his brothers.
Yeah. Because he's okay. I don't know if there's he just keeps showing me like pictures. Like I feel like I just keep seeing snippets. Okay. I feel like I'm seeing him and this friend. Okay. And I feel like I'm seeing them like outside. It feels like it's a backyard, and I feel like I'm seeing them like just drinking. They're having beers or they're whatever. Okay. This feels like it's like classic them. Okay. And I almost feel like your mom's like, okay, like I'm gonna go to bed. Like, you guys gotta go. That's sort of what it feels like. Okay.
I know the exact party you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I can see it. And
Because was it a birthday party or was it somebody's?
I don't know what it was.
What it was.
A party.
Okay, it was just a party.
It was one of the
Any
last
excuse.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel more sick with his friend though when he passed. Like, I don't know if this is cancer. I'm only asking because I just feel nauseous. Okay. And it, almost sometimes when I feel nauseous like that, it's like it could indicate like because of the chemo and the things that he was getting. So I just feel like this guy wanted to give everybody hugs too. Because I feel like I'm getting a big hug from the friend. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. That's how it feels like. Oh, come here. I feel like I'm hearing him say, I'm only laughing because of what I feel like I'm hearing, but it's like, holy shit, you got bigger. Okay? I don't know if that's how you would have thought.
No doubt. Yeah.
Whoa. Do you know a Dorothy or a Doe? Dor, D-O-R. This feels like it could be connected to him, but I'm just going to throw it out there as another name that I feel like I'm getting.
I'm writing it down too because it's connected to something, but not to my dad.
But not to your dad. Yeah, because it felt like it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
God, he's just so freaking proud of you guys. He's
Good.
so proud. Nikki, did you have plans? Like, would you ever want to, or maybe this is where you are now, but I feel like I'm seeing like living in the country.
Sure. Yeah.
Like wanting to, okay.
We did. That's where we grew up, but like,
okay.
Like it's like the city isn't.
Yeah, it doesn't,
part of our plan.
like, I feel like I'm definitely not seeing you, like eventually, I do feel like I'm seeing you guys getting a house.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's rural. Like I'm not, no neighbors. But just like, no, your neighbors are like far away.
Good.
Oh, bless. Like that's how like, okay.
We've lived close to people for long enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't know if it's like really tight. Like if the houses are literally almost sardine together. Okay. Because I'm hearing Dad like it will end. You're going to move. Do you like the smell of wood? Or would have dads liked the smell of wood? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not a barn smell.
No.
But it's a like just wood, fresh wood. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you did woodworking, okay? I feel like when you step into this new house, okay, you're going to have this smell because I do feel like I'm getting this like, I don't know if there's wood beams, but there's wood in the house. I feel like I'm literally seeing wood beams, so I'm just going to share that with you.
Could he be referencing a past house?
He very well could be, because the other thing that's coming through is that it feels like it's going to be similar to this past house. Because he's like, I'm going to help you.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. And he's very firm how he talks to your dad. That is the truth. That is the truth. He speaks with conviction.
Yeah.
Yeah, me a Pepsi. Okay.
I'll send you one.
Okay. Yeah, all these little things. I don't know. I feel like I'm just keep talking. But I think I'm going to pass the torch to you, Amy.
Yeah.
If
And
that feels.
yeah, I have a few things. So I definitely feel, I also felt that like movement, owning your own house, as being something that's, I kind of feel like 6, 5, 6 wants to come in. It might be that far away. Maybe the kids are a bit older. It's easier to move them. I'm not sure, but something about a few years away. I was also curious about like north of where you are, is the place that you're talking about in the past, like north of a city or above. It just feels like I'm going up.
Interesting.
Okay, so I just want to say that I'm going up. I also felt like he just wants to bring forward some stuff about the future for you. So I know that we already brought in this dog. Okay, so I do feel like that's coming in about the future, and this move and this possible, I just keep hearing about like work, like everything's a stepping stone. Like you really don't have to force anything.
Okay, good.
Like it just is going to reveal itself to you, is how I feel. But I do feel like there's a probability or maybe a desire for you to incorporate more cooking or something into your life in which you somehow figure out, how can I make this make money for me?
I know it's on the way. Like I know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just have to be patient with everything right now.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like things are like kind of steady for the next few years. And then I feel like something around 4, 5, 6 years seems like something, the momentum builds in a couple years. I also felt like I wanted to talk about your husband for a moment, or dad wants to talk about him for a moment. Does your husband have to like travel? Hold on. I know you guys live in the city. Does he have to travel like right downtown? Okay. Because I
That's
feel
where
like
he is right now.
like I gotta go downtown.
Like way downtown, like deep, like in the city. Yes.
Yes.
Like right. He's right beside Allen Gardens right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I feel like he's talking about that and the commute and all this stuff. And I feel like, I don't know. Does he do something like some sort of physical labor as well? Does he? I don't know. Like I see something like this wire. Does that make sense? Kind of?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Okay. That kind of job. Okay. Feels like a fixer is what I hear dad says. He's a fixer. He likes to fix things. I almost feel like at work though, maybe not at home. Yeah.
You're getting called out. Just kidding.
But I do feel like
Needs to be
fixer in him, right? Like in some capacity. Okay. I also feel as if he might also be feeling a little bit of this lull in terms of his work or his career. I don't know if he would have expressed this to you or even if he's feeling it yet, but I almost feel like, I wonder if there's something else.
He just went through that.
Oh, he's over it.
Like I was like January, February, March, April, May. It was like a lull of like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know should I do this? Should I do that? I don't want to do what I've been doing. I'm going to try this. And so it's just been June of him like doing something new and feeling.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay.
And so going downtown.
I felt that. Okay. The timing, I wasn't sure if it's happened yet or not, but I want to tell you that dad's aware.
Okay.
One of those pieces of evidence of awareness of life. So aware, that I feel a little bit like I don't know what I want to do. It's time for me to do something new. I keep hearing over and over again, don't you ever settle. Don't you ever settle. Nothing is worth your, unhappiness.
Yeah.
There's always a way. We can always figure it out somehow.
Yeah.
And
that's what I heard.
Did you?
As we're going through it. Yeah. Cause I was like so frustrated. I'm like, how are we going to I didn't like the unsettled feeling, but I knew that we just had to like get through it. It was just a blip in time. We're going to get through it.
Blip on the radar. In the grand scheme of life.
It was nothing we just had to get through it. I knew at the end it would be good.
Yes.
And I could hear that in my head. Just get through it.
There's your dad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Same words. Yeah. So I feel like I want to shake his hand, like man to man. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to say like, good on you.
Yeah.
You took a chance on yourself, and good on you for taking a chance on your husband too. Cause I feel like, this is a partnership, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I feel like he's talking about your relationship and your marriage and he's just happy for you that you found your partner. With this new work that he's doing, is there possible? There's something about commute. So is the commute new?
Yes.
Okay.
It's brand new.
It's brand new. Yeah. Because that's the first thing he showed me was somebody like driving through the city on like the 401 and being like, oh my God, like
he just got his license and he just got a car and he just got like, this just all happened.
Wow. Yeah, I remember reading that about his license.
March. So it's like this is all new, but he keeps getting lost.
Yeah, I feel there's some frustration, almost like, oh my God. My God.
It's a confusing city.
And trying to explain like this, like north, south, east, west. I'm like, if you figure that out, you're good. But he's like not from Canada.
Yeah.
So he's never driven before. So like to drive in Toronto is like doubly complicated.
He's doing good if he's a new driver and doing
good for him. Yeah, good for him.
He's doing it. But
yeah, really good for him. Yeah, that's amazing. There was this message about the commute, but I almost feel so. Commute aside, is there a little bit more freedom with this job? Yeah, because I feel like what Dad's saying is just like, let's just focus on the freedom right now, or what this will lead to more freedom. So it might be tough right now adjusting with the commute and all that, but it's leading you to a place with more independence and more freedom.
And that's how he feels. That's definitely how he feels.
Yeah.
And he says that. He's like, I just feel like it's not what I'm used to. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just in that kind of getting used to adjusting period. Yeah. But like the domino, I see like dominoes. So like the domino effect, this is ultimately going to lead to more freedom.
Good.
And more like self-fulfillment, because I feel like I want to congratulate him. I keep hearing man to man on like because the taking the chance also I feel like relates to taking the chance on himself.
Yes.
License, all of those things, changing careers, it's all at once. Is he around the same age as you?
A couple years younger.
Okay, because what I heard was going through the midlife crisis a little early, buddy.
But essentially
okay. Yeah, your dad's just very proud of your husband, so I want to put that forward as well, which is nice for him to acknowledge your spouse.
It is.
And it's also nice because he passed away when you were a little girl, so he didn't know him or any of these things. So by bringing this up, it builds, it's special to know that, like he is aware of him and what's happening in his life, and he's supportive of him. I feel like I want to talk about, I don't want to give names, but I feel like your daughter's name starts with a B and sounds like B. I feel like I want to talk about her.
Sure.
I feel like she's like a little brilliant child is what I hear. She's smarty pants. Yeah. And is she like interested in like creating things at this point? Has she shown any interest in like designing stuff? Might be a future-based interest, but he almost makes me feel as if she could be talented at like clothing design or jewelry design or putting things together and making them look nice.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like broad. The message is she has an eye for putting things together and making them look nice. It's a bit creative, artistic kind of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So however she chooses, whatever she wants to do with that. I feel like as she gets older, she might express herself more in her clothing choices. She might be kind of young and not into that yet, or it's just starting.
Yeah. It's just starting a little bit. Yeah.
I just feel like she's going to be one of those kids, because some kids don't care what they wear. My daughter could care less, but I feel like she is going to be one that like puts things together that might not always be like what everybody else is wearing. Like march to the beat of her own drum.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I just feel like she's going to find ways in which she can express that.
Okay.
It might be through her hair or her clothing, or if she's artistic, but I just feel like there's encouragement for her to get it out, because he's like, my arm here says, she says she has an eye.
Okay.
She has an eye. So yeah, it's lovely. And then we talk about your little guy for a moment. He's with an R, is he? What's his? Yes.
Ruben.
Yeah, I felt like, sorry, I wasn't sure if I should say his name or not.
It's okay.
Okay.
And the other one's Beatrice or B.
Yeah, I got
when you said
B. B. Yeah, B. Okay. Okay, Ruben. Ruben's like, I feel like a comedian. Like funny. In some way, he's like cheeky and mischievous and funny.
Yeah.
Monkey. Yeah, monkey. Is he does he have a lot of energy, like physical energy? Okay. Because he's like showing me somebody like hanging from monkey bars, and he's like monkey. Okay. So he's making me feel like Ruben needs a lot of like physical, he needs an outlet all the time for his energy. Okay, like B, maybe a little bit, but more so like needs creative outlet.
That's it. Yeah.
And he's like, I need to be physical, right? Maybe that's why he was showing Erin the trampoline, and maybe
jump.
Yes. Something else in order, like this kid needs to get this out. It's almost like I'm seeing a person that has like a standing desk, or one of those like balls that you can like when you're at a desk and you can move. I just feel the more he moves, the more clarity and it's the way his brain works.
Have a fidget.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting like he's hyperactive or anything, but I just feel like I need to move to get it flowing, and then it's like I'm a genius when it's flowing. Yeah. So I feel like that's just important to know at school and at home and all.
No, we gave him exercise bands to put on his chair at school to like keep him moving, because he was driving everyone crazy. So I sent a band, and the teacher, we put it around his legs to keep his feet moving, so he could concentrate on doing, because he is so smart, but like
genius. It's almost just like, I'm so smart, but I'm also so distracted by all of the things that I'm so interested in.
1,000%.
Yeah. Okay. So your dad knows, and he loves this about him, because he's like, this kid is a genius. Okay. We got to give him a chance. Right. So like, get it out, buddy. So then you can get out your brilliance. There's a lot of love there for us. So
the teacher would be yelling yes at you right now.
Good. Yeah, no, he's very smart. They're both very, very smart. They're very different though, and they have different geniuses, right? Like they have different ways. And I just feel like he's gonna have the gift of gab, or the gift of talk as well. I wouldn't be surprised. He reminds me of my middle son, actually, who's also this guy that needs all the fidgety stuff. He will get like, he's like starting a podcast, and he will get in his front of his mic, and I'm like, you sound like a professional. Like, are you going to be a professional YouTuber? And your son almost reminds me of that. Like, he could do that and do that well.
Yes.
And he has charisma like your dad did.
Yes. Yeah. He's so much like my dad. It's unreal.
I think that your dad really, really relates to him and really understands him. And I think when he was saying, we got to give him a chance, I think he was like, literally, like he felt that.
Yeah.
Like your dad did well, but I feel like there was this frustration that came through. Like, I could have done more. I could have said more if only I had something to focus a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just feel like that's his big wish for Ruben. Yeah. I love this. And just one more second for you, because he's given little love notes to all your family. I just want to go back to you for a moment, and then I'll see if Erin has anything else. I know we've been way longer than we thought we would be, but that's what happens when we're in the love of spirit. He also shows me books. Okay, interesting. Nikki, is it ever kind of been like a dream, a goal, or maybe someday with you? I don't know whether going back to school or taking some sort of course or doing something. There's something in which he makes me feel, it doesn't feel like a whole degree or anything. It feels more like a certificate or something. And it feels as if it's connected to your future plans. It's really curious about how he brought up like marketing or more of the business side of food. And I'd be really curious if you've ever thought about doing anything business related. It doesn't feel like your wheelhouse necessarily, but it feels
I'd rather not do that part of it.
Yeah, you don't have to. I just feel like he's saying there's something that you can do something like just a certificate in something that will help with that side of things.
Okay.
But and so I just was curious, have you wondered not about school at all? Okay.
Like not for food related stuff, for other stuff.
For other stuff? Could it be related to you having your own business?
Maybe.
Okay, because the biggest thing I feel is it's like little stepping stones and you don't have to do much. And it's like incorporating all your different backgrounds and skills into one thing. And it feels related to like having your own business. I just feel that for you. And Nana made me feel that too. Almost as if you could. So would you say right now that you're kind of run your own business in a way? Like, not really?
I don't know. No.
But there is an aspect of you and what you do in which you have some freedom.
Yes.
Okay.
1,000%. Like I don't really have a boss.
Like you're employed by someone, but you can kind of pick and choose. I think that's what I'm feeling that makes me feel like you have a business.
Yeah. No, it's like I work for 2 different families.
Okay.
Doing things for them, but right. I'm not like their employee.
Like their schedule of yeah. Okay.
I'm my own person. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I just feel like there's more of that for you.
Okay.
In which you're even more independent and running the show.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this little bits of school or the thing about the food, those can be just suggestions of things that all come together to make one thing. Because it really doesn't feel like the thing that's going to come about has happened yet, right? It feels like we're still building towards it. That makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I'm just like, I don't know what it could be.
For me, it feels as if you have an entrepreneurial spirit.
Right.
And I feel as if your loved ones are telling me that you would be happiest and most fulfilled being your own boss.
Yeah. But I don't like when people tell me what to do, and I like just doing what I want to do.
Your own thing, right? Yeah. But it's about how do I do that and not get like type A stressed out about everything. And that's what still hasn't totally been worked out.
Yeah. I can feel that. Like I feel it in my body
and that's why I feel like we're in this, don't make any moves just yet, because if you're making moves, then you're from a place of trying to make something happen.
Right.
And you don't need to. I just feel like something organically is going to kind of just fall in. You're going to have like an insight, like that's the thing. And these little bits and pieces are just, I think they're evidence of skills that you have, like a skill set. Yeah. in which can be combined.
It's like the manifesting generator energy where you like are capable of doing a bunch of things.
Are you a manifesting generator?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I felt that earlier and then I didn't say it because I said, no, I think she's a generator like me. No, but you're a 5-1 like me.
Yeah.
That's what you're similar, but you're a manifest. Yeah. That's what it is. Ah, right. I should have said that earlier because I did feel that and I questioned it. Yes. Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff that I can do, but I'd love to be able to put it together and do all of it.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm just doing some of it. And there's a whole other part that I would love to do, but I have to like figure out how to get it together. So I think a course would probably help with that.
I think that's the businessy piece. It's not necessarily like go take a business degree, but is there something that you can take that will help you figure out those steps?
I think so.
Because like I said, it feels like it hasn't been decided upon what it will be, but it will be all of those things together.
That's what it feels like. I'm building towards that, but right now I have to do this part to get to.
Yep. That's what I feel for sure. It feels very organic. And like I said, I just feel like slow and steady. Like you've got all the big changes with your husband. And it feels like for you, it's slow and steady for a while. Good. And then I just feel like 4, 5, 6 years. Okay. It feels like it's your turn then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can handle that.
Yeah. Do you have anything more to say, Erin?
I just was writing something down from your dad just to sort of maybe wrap us up, but because feeling like all the love that was coming through from him to everybody, and the big thing that he was saying was that he's not upset with anybody, he's not mad, okay, he's very happy. He's very, very happy. So I don't know if that was a question we had, okay? But he's just really happy. He's in a really good place, okay? And the other thing that he was showing me was that, I don't know if you've ever had dreams about Dad, but he was showing me something, or if you just feel him more at night in your bedroom, okay? Because he was showing me you sleeping, or as you were, going to bed, and then I felt like I was just seeing a kiss on the forehead. Okay, maybe similar to what he would have done when you were little, but that's what I was seeing for you. So I don't even know. Sometimes it feels like a little tingle, or you get tingles. Okay,
I get tingles all on the side of his head.
On the side
over here. It's been 2 days of it.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Because he knew you were gonna speak to him.
Constant. I'm like, and then I'm like, am I getting COVID? Is this
the sign? Is this it?
This was happening? But I was like, no, it's definitely. I could feel it.
Yeah, it really feels that way. I mean, I always get that the tingles too, and I think that's the part of our brain too that is like connected, okay, to spirit. So I love that's coming through. But I literally feel like I'm seeing him tucking you in almost, okay, and really watching over everybody. And he's like, and he still watches over Mom. Like that is huge. That's huge. Okay. Does she have knee problems? Does she get pain in her legs?
I think so, in her knees. Yeah.
In her knees?
One knee.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's just making me aware of the pain. I don't know if it's in the right knee.
It might be. I think mine is left and hers is right. That makes sense.
Okay. It feels like it's going to be just there. Like it feels like if I walk too much, it gets sore, it gets stiff. Okay. Yeah. But I feel like he's just watching over her. It doesn't feel like this is like emergency. I think he's just making me aware that he's watching over her. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. He's very loving towards all of you for sure. Mm-hmm. And I feel this sense, if I can be honest, he reminds me in some ways like my own father, because the spirit uses my frame of reference. And so when Erin was showing me, Erin was bringing forward him kind of tucking you in and kissing your head, I almost had this feeling like that I didn't do that, or I didn't do it, or I didn't do it enough, or I wasn't that in some way. He made me feel that like I'm trying to make up for the things that I didn't do. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, I feel like he just didn't have enough time to do it. Like,
yeah, like it's nothing like about like, yeah, it's nothing about love. It's just like, I didn't make time for those things, or I didn't have time for those things, but I know those little things mean a whole lot. So it just kind of comes through apologetically about that. And is your brother the oldest or the youngest? Youngest. Okay. Yeah. I knew it was like the two girls and then the boy. Okay. And so were you like 6 when he passed?
I was 12.
Oh, so you're much older than that. Okay. Was somebody 6 or no? That's way too young.
That's too young.
Okay. What does 6 mean? It just shows me the number 6. I don't know if that means anything, a date or.
No.
No? Okay. Hold on to that. But maybe he wants to talk about you at 6 really quickly before we end, because we were talking about childhood. So you were 12, 6 years old. I feel like he's showing me that somebody had this like braggedy, like something they took to bed, like an old
Raggedy Ann doll.
No, it reminds me, I feel like it was like white, but it like got discolored, or it was yellow. Or did somebody have something that they slept with that would have?
Yes. It was, I think it was white.
But did it look old? Because I felt like he was saying like it was raggedy. It was like very well loved, you know, like a white blanket that's now like yellow. I don't know. There's just something about that. I feel like something well loved, and I held on to it at nighttime.
Yeah. I think that's my sister had something.
That's your sister. Okay. And we haven't talked about her yet today, so maybe a little hello. I just feel like he really adored you girls and boy. Yeah, this, okay. All right. Let me see one more thing. It's hard to verbalize the feelings sometimes. I just feel so much love from him. Did one of you guys, I don't know if one of you guys ever took dance lessons, or if you just like to dance, but he showed me something.
I danced. I danced for like over 10 years.
Okay. Wow. Okay. And would you have started that when you were really little? So maybe like 6?
I was 3 when I started.
3. Because I said, okay, why do you want to take me back to these really early years? And he showed me like little like shoes and said, dance.
Yeah.
She danced.
Yeah, I danced. And he was like fairly involved.
Okay, so that would make sense why he would specifically bring up that. Because I said, how do you want to end? What do you want to tell her? And he said, I want to go way back.
To dancing.
Aww.
I feel like, you know, sometimes when we think about people, whether they're in spirit or living, and we think about them, and sometimes there's just like this core memory of like, whenever I think about that person, I think about this. I feel like when he thinks about Nikki, he sees her dancing. Yeah. Yeah. Like no care in the world. Like just,
no.
Yes. And that's who you need to tap into more. Her. Because she's still there. Yeah. And I know that's hard because we grow up and we have responsibilities and marriages and kids and jobs and bills. But I just feel like he's saying, you know, when you're like in that quiet space, or you have a few minutes to yourself, or if you're ever feeling disconnected or you're sad, just go back. Dancing Nikki. That's the essence of you.
Yeah.
And that's what he thinks of when he thinks of you. So that's a beautiful way to end.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah. I hope that you enjoyed this.
I did so much. I have so many notes. There's just so much.
Yeah, and you'll be able to refer to the video too if you want.
Yes.
It's going to be 2 hours long, so I don't know if we're gonna have to like.
I know, where did it go, right? Yeah.
We might split it up. We might split it up into two.
Yeah, 2 parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That was beautiful, Nikki. Thank you for being so open and vulnerable.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
I know you had a little list there. Did we touch on most of the things that you were hoping?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's one more person I thought you were going to connect to, and I'm shocked that you didn't. Shocked, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It came up for a second and then went away, and I was like, I was expecting it to like go there.
Was it with a name that
is this the Roger?
No, it was the Paul.
Paul.
Yes. Yeah, I said, was it a name? I felt it was a name.
Yeah, it was the Paul. I was waiting for it to like because
build up.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Do you want to let me see if I can connect to Paul for a second. Is this family?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's a way to say I'm here. Like
I think he was trying to like get in, and my dad's like my dad.
Chatty.
But Paul also goes by a different name. So I'm surprised Paul came through.
Okay. Well, okay. Because sometimes they'll show me like people that I know to get me to the name too.
Yes.
Okay. Is this like an uncle? No. Okay. But it's family.
Yeah.
It's family. Okay. Just a second here. Did he have a receding hairline? Like, was there some baldness? Okay.
A little bit. Yep.
A little bit. And like round face?
Yep.
Okay. And maybe average height. Like, I don't feel like he's too tall, but not short. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Did he have broad shoulders? Was he very big?
Yep.
Okay. He's quiet, but he's funny.
Yep.
He's the quiet funny. The unexpected, like, you know, you don't say much, but when you do, it's good. Okay. He's like holding your hand super tight. Okay. And he's like, I'm here. I feel like he's calling you kiddo. Okay. I don't know if he would have said that. But he's really like, I'm here. Okay. Did mom know him?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like I've got big hugs to mom.
Good.
Okay. Kisses.
Good.
Kisses.
Good.
Okay. Did your mom ever remarry? Is this her? Oh my gosh. Okay. Because he's calling her like cute pet names. And I felt like, I was like, this seems a little romantic, Paul. Okay.
Who's this other man?
No wonder your dad was like, excuse me.
Well, that's why when my dad brought it up, I'm like, oh, so they're like, they're together too? Like, it was weird that name came from my dad. Like, he had said it.
I think it was.
I think I connected to Paul though once, did I not?
Yes.
And I think that, there was an awareness of each other, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm being kind of told, I feel like, and I don't know if this will resonate, but I feel like your dad brought him to mom.
Yeah.
This feels like it's a push to mom. Okay. Because I wanted to make sure she was taken care of. And he took care of her.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Very well.
Through thick and thin.
Yep.
I was there.
Yeah.
Did he like cigars?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I'm smelling a cigar and I like it, but I don't like cigars. But Paul does. Okay. Would his birthday be coming up as well? Is there another or the anniversary of his passing?
It just May's the month. Like my dad
May's the month and him. Okay. And because something feels like, okay.
Yeah, both of them in May.
I feel like you still celebrate them. You honor them. Okay. Did he love chocolate cake?
He liked
just
food.
Loved sweets and food. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them.
Both of them did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just?
Yes, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say that the Dorothy name is connected to him too.
Oh, okay.
If that makes sense. Because it came up almost at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know her.
That's so purposeful though.
But that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Because when you said it, I was like, yes, that makes sense. But
what else? It stopped.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could have also been like blending, right? Where Erin is like with dad, but hearing other and they blend. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
happened.
Yeah.
And I actually love that this happened and then you asked this question, because this happens in readings sometimes.
Yes.
Where I'll like connect to like 2 or 3 people that they really wanted to hear from, and then they'll go, I'm really shocked that somebody else can come through. And then they'll go, oh, was it mom's sister? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, yes. Sometimes it's almost like you just have to say it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, it's like, it's not that he wouldn't have come through.
Right.
It's almost like
he was here for sure.
Yeah. He was in line kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad's chatty. So
yeah.
I get just nothing but the energy that I'm picking up from Paul is that he's such a strong support. He was such a strong support for the family. Yes. And he still is, because this tight grip, this feels like I got you.
Okay.
I still got you.
Yeah.
Does your mom have an old bed? Like, has she just had the same bed for years?
She did for a very long time.
And she got a new one?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm hearing something about this bed, and it almost feels like either I was like, you got to get rid of that bed, or I was like, thank God you got rid of that bed.
Because it probably thank God you did.
He's sorry, thank God you did, because it was something, you showing me this bed, old, like new bed, and like, whew, okay.
No, I think the bed that they shared was my dad's and my mom's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they may have gotten a new mattress, but it was the same bed, because it was like, it was so nice. My mom's like, this is my bed.
Yeah.
And he was probably like,
okay, I guess.
You gotta, if you say so. But he probably
does she still have some of his clothes?
I would say yes.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was getting the sense that earlier on that she still had some somebody's clothes, but it wasn't dad's clothes. Okay, but it was some.
I think she has something.
There's something. Sure. Like, I don't know if this is just an old button up. Okay, and I just like it because it just smells like him. It just reminds me of him. Did he have glasses? Yeah.
I see that too. Has it been like, I don't know, 6 years, 5, less than that?
Way more. It was, he passed away in 2004.
Oh my God.
That's way more. What does 2015 mean for you? Anything?
Ruben was born then.
Okay. He said 2015.
He was there for that.
It felt significant. So I wasn't sure what he was telling me. Felt significant. I feel very strong, like stable, sturdy personality. Like I really feel that. And very loving, but like strong and silent a little bit. I also wondered if there's something with the blue jay. If your mom has something with the blue jay, or if they fed the birds. For whatever reason, I'm seeing like bird seed and blue jays.
I don't know for sure, but they fed birds. In the back of the house.
He shows me like somebody with a bird feeder, and I think
they did. That was like a thing.
That was a thing. Oh, I love that he's given that to her.
Yeah.
Does she still do that? Or is it one of those things?
She can't anymore because she lives out like in an apartment. So there's.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just felt like that was something special.
Yes.
Yeah. Feeding the birds. Yeah. And I feel like blue jays might be a bit of a spirit sign.
For my mom, for him.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I'm going to write that down because.
Yeah. Wow.
Look at all the love that is just like pouring. Oh my God.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Who are the cardinals from? Who keeps sending cardinals?
That feels feminine to me personally.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know about you, Erin.
Yeah.
Does it feel? As soon as you brought up cardinals, I felt.
So it's Nana.
Nana.
Yeah, because I named the one Clarence, which is her husband, because I was like, that has to be her. That has to be Clarence. Like, that's her husband. But I've been seeing 2 males together and then occasionally 1 female. But more than once, I've seen 2 males together, 2 male cardinals, which is weird. Because usually you see 1. male cardinal and one female, but two males twice. And I'm like, what are they doing? This is from someone. Who is it from?
I feel like it's Nana.
It's
for
Nana.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless Erin's getting something different. But my gut went Nana. Yeah.
I keep calling him on Clarence because it's like at the top of the tree where I sit outside, and he's so loud. And I'm like, Clarence is back. What's going on today?
Have you seen them leading up to this too?
Like it's been the past month.
The past month, just constant. Okay.
Like, since I've been sitting outside. So maybe in May and June is like nonstop car, and I never see them.
Yeah.
Like we've lived here for 3-4 years, and I haven't ever saw them until this year. I'm like, where are they coming from? Who's sending the cardinals? So that was the first thing I wrote down.
Yeah. No, that feels like that for me.
Okay, Nana.
Especially if you feel that too.
Yeah.
Nikki, trust that.
I love that you named one Clarence. I always think of It's a Wonderful Life.
Me too.
That's what I'm picturing.
Every time about me too.
Yeah, it was Clarence and Jesse, but I always I see him up there. I'm like, why? Who's he yelling for today? Clarence, who do you want?
Jesse, your Nana's name?
Yeah.
That was my grandmother's name. My dad's
Whoa.
Not a common female name.
No,
and that was her first name. It was Jesse.
Yeah, it's just Jesse. Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. Amazing. I'm going to take that as a hello from spirit as well. When there's a
connection.
And we were talking about butterflies earlier. I remember last summer, Amy, you and I were talking, and I saw 2 butterflies, and I was like, that's my dad and Amy's dad hanging out in the garden together. There they go. So.
Yeah. I felt that too. And it's like, even though they wouldn't have known each other in life, I feel like they know of our connection. And so they would come in together. And so that's why it was interesting that you say that, because earlier when some of the things your dad was saying, I was like, this reminds me, I feel like this is coming from my dad too. Yeah. Because they probably were similar ages. Like, I don't know, my dad would be like 65 this year.
My dad was born in 57.
So was mine.
Yeah. So there.
Yeah, they're the same age. They probably would have been pals for sure.
Definitely.
Because my dad was a good time guy too.
Yeah. Beers and go fishing, right?
Yes. Always an excuse to blast the music and have a beer for sure. Any occasion. Yeah. We will have to do that one day in their honor.
Without a doubt, we will.
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to come visit Erin at some point, and I know you guys live in the same city, so
I'm right here too. Definitely.
We'll make a stop, or we'll meet somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank
you. Thank you
for being here.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for your time, and again, just like your openness for sharing as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The big deal.
Yeah.
So open and vulnerable.
Yeah.
In a public way. But it's a gift as well that you are giving to others.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think others can take a lot from this too.
Yeah. And seeing, what can come through, and just how things come through, and that you can ask questions, and that when you do ask a question, it's like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Wild. It's so wild.
That happens very often. And so I really like that happened in that way at the end. Yeah.
There was one more thing I was going to say. When you guys were talking at the very beginning about releasing, something being released.
Yeah.
And then Erin talking about the smoke. I did like a full moon ritual where I wrote down all the things I want to release, and I lit it on fire. And I lit it on fire outside. And I was like, when you were talking, Erin, you were like, you're there.
Yeah.
You're right there. And I was like, just keep going. You're so close.
Yeah. So that's nice too.
Releasing of like a bunch of there was some
releasing. Just cleansing.
Stuff that I was just I just wrote down 4 or 5 things.
That's really cool.
All right.
That's amazing.
We're getting rid of it. Here we go.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about smelling smoke, and I was like, I think that was what you're smelling.
Because you did that yesterday.
Yeah, because I was right now, like this afternoon, I was standing over the cup and I could smell it, and I was like, oh, you don't smell smoke in the city often.
Yeah,
right?
no.
On fire, and so it was like a weird smell to be smelling, because it's rare, right?
Yeah.
When you could smell it, and I was like, I know what
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, then that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, another important example of how sometimes things make sense after, right? When you have time to digest, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I made a note and I was like, okay, I have it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love spirit. Thank you to your dad, and thank you to everybody in spirit that's connected to you for coming through.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. We call him Dennis, but his legal name was Paul. Yeah.
Okay.
So it makes sense. Like Paul, I was like, yes, I know who that is, but yeah.
That's funny, isn't it?
He was just being very official.
He was being very formal. That's how I felt. Whereas like your dad's like, hey, what's that?
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. Dad has a huge presence.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did not surprise me.
I felt him this whole afternoon, to be honest.
Big energy.
Yeah.
Very big energy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I'm prepared for Ruben, because I know.
Yeah.
I know.
One and the same.
Yeah. One and the same for sure.
Sending you lots of love, Nikki. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was so much fun. I can't wait to listen and to future podcasts. You guys are doing a really good job. So keep going. Don't stop.
Thank you. And
I like the long ones. Don't make them too short. I like them to just talk and talk and talk.
Was that because did you make that comment too, Nikki, with this? Yes. I think you did. Yeah. Yeah. And we did. We were like, we do have to make it
driving and I'm doing things and
it's
I'm
true.
It's like I'm hanging out with my friends and you guys just talk, and when you laugh, it's just the best. When you guys get when you start giggling, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm hanging out with my friends.
Right there with you.
Totally.
That's so perfect.
The episode with the dream at the funeral where we were like, oh shit. Like it was like real life. Like,
that was great.
Yeah. Oh. I love that. And I'm glad I'm so happy that you appreciate that, because I feel like we never really wanted like a prim and proper and a polished podcast.
Yeah.
We don't really edit at all. It just,
we're not really prim and proper.
We're not proper, like we're just regular people. And I just wanted it to seem like we're sitting around at a table, like,
no, and that's what it feels like when you listen, like you're just hanging out with both of you.
Nikki, I just have to say that, like, I don't know why, but I want to cry because I just feel like you're pure love.
Yes.
I really, really feel that.
That's what I was saying to you. Like, whenever I hear something from Nikki, I save it because it's like coming straight from the angels. It really is. Like, that's how I feel. I'm like, God,
you are like connected. Yeah.
Thank you.
We all are, but I really, it was such a privilege to be able to connect with your energy.
You're very genuine, Nikki. And I think that's very obvious. There's nothing disingenuous with you whatsoever.
I try.
Heart on your sleeve. And I think that's part of like your dad saying like you taking the high road and like just always trying and always striving. And I think that's part of the message. There's a real strength in you. And in your sensitivity.
Yes. I cry all the time.
And honestly, I do too, and I used to feel that was a weakness and has been told that it's a weakness. But the more that I connect with spirit, I'm like, no, the crybabies are the real warriors, man.
No, I feel like
you're feeling it.
Yeah, and like normalize crying, right? Like, can you imagine if we all just cried when we felt like it? I think we would all feel better.
I agree.
100%. It's a release. It's literally an energetic release.
Yep.
It's so different.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, I know spirit's being very kind of random and kind of TMI with me, but it's like, when you gotta pee, right?
So when you gotta cry, you gotta cry. That's true.
Something needs to come out. Stop holding it in.
It does nothing good to hold it in. Nothing good.
No,
right? You just feel worse. So
you gotta just feel your feels.
Feel them.
You gotta feel your feels.
Definitely.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Nice way to end. Nice message.
Feel all of them. For sure.
Feel all of them. That's
all of them. Look at that, Nikki. You're sharing messages too.
Channel, Nikki. Channel. Come on. We'll do a podcast again with you. Maybe you
anytime. I love it. I told you guys that it was in my January 2022 manifestations that I wrote down, and I tried to start my manifestations with either I am thankful for or I'm looking forward to. And I said, I'm thankful for having the opportunity to do a podcast with Erin and Amy. And then
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't you
That was in
love
January.
that?
That was in January. So yeah.
Amazing.
So thankful. I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
But I'm here. Anytime you guys need me, let me know.
Okay.
Aw.
All right, we will.
Yeah, we will. Okay, thanks, Nikki. Thanks,
you so
Mom.
Aw. Big hugs.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Bye, guys. Thanks for
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Bye.
Bye.
If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast and tune in each week as we dish on all things spiritual.
Don't forget to like, comment on what you would like to hear us talk about next, and subscribe.